fellow Minecrafters. It's Papa Goat here. I am on the Crafty Realms SMP server, and we're getting ready to do a little work here. We're going to do a couple of different things. I'm going to try and make a guardian farm. We're going to accidentally stumble into making a nether hub, and yeah, do a little bit of building here and there. Alright, so we're just going to jump right in here. Run along and jump into the middle of the base here. As you can see, the outside's finally done, which is great. We got our little fishbowl living area down here. And this was actually recorded after I moved the nether portal to the back and linked it up. As you can see, there's a couple of chickens beyond there. So here we go, off to link up the nether portals. So first thing I did was I jumped through this portal to see where it would go to. And ultimately it linked up to the 0 spawn portal. So I decided, you know what, I'm actually going to make my way around. I know about where my portal is in my base. You know, it's off in this direction here. Fight off a couple of mobs, trying to figure out the best way to get the portal in and get it in the right place, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to dig up to Y level 110. It's one of the safest places to be, plus or minus, you know, a little bit of, you know, burny here and there, like that guy. So from here you can see me digging through, trying to figure out essentially where I want the paths to go. Normally what I'll do is I will start at 0 so that we can have the spawn nether portal be at 0 and then from there you can visit all the rest of the portals for the rest of the bases. So here's me making it to 0, finding that, marking it with the crafting table, and then from there heading north, south, east, and west with some initial paths. Here we are, just digging out, trying to open it up a little bit, make it look more like an open area, like you're heading into the middle. Did some quick calculating, figured out -42 and 62 in the Z was about where I needed my nether portal to be able to get to my base. So here we go, off digging in that direction. Yep, we're at 62 now, so great. Now we're going to turn, head in the -X direction. Again, checking just to make sure. Yep, now I'm all the way to 42, so now I'm just trying to figure out which direction do I put the portal to match up with the portal I already have. And eventually here you'll see that I'm essentially trying to figure out where to put multiple nether portals in a same area so that I can actually use them for 4 separate nether portals in the overworld. And that way I could actually put nether portals at different levels of my base when I begin to build up higher. And yeah, that way I can just jump into the nether and I can go from my sleeping area and say, hey, I want to go up, you know, to the 4th floor. So jump through, you know, jump back into the one that's to the left of the nether that comes in through where I sleep, and that'll jump me up to the 4th floor. And so I'm looking forward to kind of making that work and having a quick way to go up and down. I plan to also have bubble elevators as ways of travel up and down. I just thought it would be kind of fun and interesting to be able to go up and down based on just quick nether portal travel. Here I am kind of marking out where the edges of each of them will be, placing the one that actually will match up with the nether portal that's in my primary sleeping area there in the fishbowl, and trying to link up. And unfortunately this time it takes me over to here. That's okay, because I work my way back over, go down, and this was before I moved the nether portal. And as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking about what I calculated. I'm getting ready to light it, and then I realize, you know what? Actually, I don't want it out here, because it's too close. It would get interference with the rest of the nether portals that I'm planning on putting in. And so it actually would be better to put it back on that back wall that I keep looking at. So back there. So instead, I block up the outside and I move it back. Here's me calculating, I believe, either where that nether portal that I kept coming out of was, or where monkey miners nether portal is located. So we're kind of running lights in here, kind of trying to take care of things, make it look decent for now. I plan to actually decorate all of these, make it, you know, sort of match up with the overworld, that give you an idea of where you're headed. But as of right now, I really just kind of wanted a path to get there. So as you can see, it linked up to, I believe, what's called Scottsdale or Scarsdale or something like that. And some of the builders who were building over there, hopefully they come back on the server and continue building, because I was liking the direction they were heading, and I was sort of looking forward to seeing more. So here we are, we're back at 0, and from here I decide, you know what, I'm going to take out this corner and I'm actually going to work my way down, because I want to get down to that primary spawn area nether portal. And so trying to block it off so nobody just falls down. Working our way down here. Okay. I've gotten into this stuff and unfortunately fell. And didn't die from the fall, but definitely got wrecked by the mobs and the lava down there. So went and got my stuff back. As you can see, went through the nether portal. It's linking up fine, and I had moved it to the back of my base. Now, just running down through, trying to figure out a way to kind of build my way down. And so I get into sort of a pattern once I put a primary sand tower down here. This is one of the easiest ways to kind of make your way down if you need to. Put the sand tower in, because obviously gravity affects it and it falls down automatically. So I mean, you can use gravel too, you can use essentially whatever you would want. From a gravity perspective, you could use concrete if you wanted to. And it just falls down to the bottom and gives you a sort of a central spire to build off of as you work your way down. So here, I'm just trying to get into a pattern of creating sort of a stair set out of slabs. So slabbing my way down, kind of trying to close up around it without dying to gas or whatever. So from here, I'm essentially just trying to finish getting the walls in and work my way down and get the stair set. I do finally get to a point where I find a pattern that works. If I put it a full block down from the last one, a little hot guy there, like that, and then put one on top and then put one next to it, because those two that I stacked together are actually the top of one block and the bottom of another block, I'm able to remove the extra one and sort of move on from there. So it's a good pattern to be able to use while you're building the stairs down, and it makes it a little faster. So anyway, essentially I make my way to the bottom here so that we have a sort of a climbing tower area to be able to get up and down quickly from the main base area. Eventually what I'd like to do is to move the portal for the spawn area up to the top, so that it's not sitting down bottom here, so you don't have to go into danger to do it. I think I'd probably leave it if it was in like a decent useful biome, but considering it's in the worst biome in all of the nether, it just seems kind of pointless to leave it where it is. So eventually we'll move it up and we'll make something nice out of it, and we'll decorate the hub and, you know, all of the cool things that make for a great Minecraft world. So next I found a spot in the overworld, or in the nether, that was located where Monkey's Miner's base was, and I got that set up and I went through the portal. However, I forgot to activate the portal on the overworld side, so ta-da! Here I am, breaking down another portal on the top of the tallest tree in his entire jungle area. And now that we've collected all of the obsidian, we've got to find a way down. I mean, I've got a water bucket, and I could probably just try to, MLG water bucket. Since I try it right here and miss, I just go with this vine over here just to be safe. And I didn't want to break any of the lighting that's around here. It's already a mob fest, and didn't want to make it any worse. So, anywho, so we're jumping in here, and now that I have that broken down, and I have it in the Nether, I've got it here. So we're going to light it up, try it out. And success. Excellent. Alright, go back through, just make sure it links up properly. Fantastic. Alright. And honestly, I'm looking forward to linking up everybody else's base in the Nether as well. So, make sure, if you're a member, send me a message in Discord, and let me know what your coordinates are. And as I'm continuing to dig the Nether, and trying to make the hub even bigger, surprise! Ancient debris. So, bonus. Gotta love an accidental ancient debris discovery. So, anyway, so yeah, so Crafty Realms members, let me know. Give me your overworld hub area coordinates, and we'll get it set up in the Nether hub. So now what I wanted to do was, since I had finished the Nether hub, I can get around easily, and the outside's pretty much done. At least for the first floor here. What I really wanted to do was finish up the lighting. I thought it looked really neat with the bluish green on the walls like this, but I was just missing a few spots. And the best part about it is it lights it up at night without being too overwhelming. And I just really enjoy the way it looks. So I just grabbed some bone meal, expanded it out a little bit, and we try to just finish up this overall area. I do have plans to add, like I said, the bubble column elevators up through, not just in the middle, but around the general middle area. Also, if you have any ideas on what I should add, different things that might look good in here, other blocks that you think might be cool, I'd love to hear your ideas. I mean, the best thing about Minecraft is working together with other people and building things and sharing ideas. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I got to clear off some that sort of overgrew where they didn't need to be. And on top of it, I got to clear my my wool tower over there, my wool ladder. Some of my other plans, of course, after everything kind of gets done here, is I'd like to finish the fishbowl living area, and I'd like to add additional rings around the outside. Also, a special thank you to commenter Justin Pyle. He said, cool, could it be Plato's Atlantis? Absolutely, yep. I actually Googled Atlantis, and if you actually Google Plato's Atlantis, you find similar pictures to what I came up with. And that's kind of what I'm basing this particular build around. I love the way this place is all lit up at night. It looks absolutely beautiful, and honestly, it turned out better than I even could have expected. I'm trying to use some unique shapes and take advantage of being able to see through everything and create sort of some unique views. So like I said, I'd really like to work on this area and get it finished. And hey, surprise! Look at that. I know you might need this. Front unwrapped. Well, thank you, Unwrapped. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. I do, in fact, need one of those for this base specifically. So, that's excellent. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you dropping that off. And to everybody else who's dropped stuff off at my base, helping me out with builds, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. For those of you who were curious how I was taking screenshots before, I was doing it from up here, and also I was going to talk about screenshots and how I was going to record, but I see something over here that I haven't seen before. The heck is that? People putting up new builds. Oh, all right. I know what this is. That says 100 on it, because thanks to all of you subscribers out there, I hit 100 people following. So thank you so much to everybody who is following, who's encouraged me to continue to make videos. I genuinely appreciate it. And thank you to whoever built this. Hold on, I gotta go back and read. Get around here without falling down. It's Drew, I made this. I hope you love it. Well, thank you so much, Drew. I really appreciate it, man. That's amazing. It looks beautiful. And also thank you to Steven, who in our first season also left me a congratulations when I hit 50. So I appreciate that. There were some great fireworks and stuff that went along with that, and I genuinely appreciate you putting that up there, Steven. So now I realized that if I was going to build the Guardian farm, the one that I had looked up, it required a ton of soul sand. Soul soil or sand? That's the question, I guess, isn't it? Soul sand. It's got the little faces, not the swirlies. Anyway, so I went through here and I essentially dug my way around till I saw some almost on the Nether roof. Not on the roof, obviously, because this isn't Java, but it was just under it. I made my way over towards it and I found where it was actually located, and I dug down into it, and I essentially dug out, I don't know, it was 3 or 4 stacks of soul sand. That way I would never run out. So, and if you go and watch the live stream, some of which I think I'll include in here, but I'm not 100% sure, you'll see that we put down all of the soul sand and got everything up and running, and it didn't work. So, unfortunately, I based it around a FroztyAiRZ design, which is amazing and super intelligent. However, it's a Java build. Didn't work in Bedrock. Not the same spawning type. Just wrong. Wrong for Bedrock. Just totally didn't work. He's an amazing creator. If you ever play Java, go check out FroztyAiRZ. He creates some of the easiest to build farms, and he just makes them so simplified and the types of farms that everyday Minecrafters like you and me would really enjoy using, without overcomplicating it. I don't need tens of thousands of anything, really. I just, I need a couple thousand maybe. So, anywho, so now we are working to replace it with a new build based on the Minecrafter Prowl, who plays in Bedrock and has designed a Bedrock Guardian farm. I will link that farm in the description for this one, and I will hopefully get it done and get the chance to show it to you once it is complete. Also, as part of this project, for doing the Guardian farm, I had to collect a ton of sand and sandstone so that I could build things up. And so here it is. Here's everything that I collected. Stacks and stacks and stacks. So anyway, so I made my way over here, and unfortunately, it turned out to be the best fish farm I've ever made, but produced nothing as far as Guardian farm goes, which is great. However, I did break it down. I did collect a lot of the supplies that I needed to build what I wanted to build in the fishbowl area over at my main base. So this is sort of what was the area. I got torn apart, and I tore it apart honestly completely, and I've begun replacing it with the prowl design for bedrock in the hopes that maybe I can make a working one. I also went mining down in the mines for a little while. Picked up some good stuff here, you know, not a ton, really no diamonds, but enjoyed it nonetheless. So anyway, thank you for joining me in this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, leave your comments down below letting me know what you thought of the video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.